Mercedes, I'm going to start with you because you're the only person here who wasn't surprised.
I'm not
You
surprised.
thought this was going to happen.
Well, think about all the wagons that were circling Kohberger. The fact that the DNA of the ninth sheep was coming in, there was a motion to suppress. The fact that they had made a motion to this alternate perpetrators theory, that was the most devastating blow, the most recent devastating blow.
The judge just threw that out last week.
Exactly, because they had identified, the defense had identified 4 individuals. Thankfully, the judge redacted their names and said this would create such chaos for these jurors because they had already complied with an investigation behind the scenes with law enforcement. They took the DNA swabs of each of them. They were cleared. No DNA evidence whatsoever was found in the crime scene.
Why on earth did Bryan Kohberger think he could come into court and have his attorneys implicate 4 men whose DNA wasn't found at the crime scene and who had alibis and were cleared? I don't understand why he even thought that was possible.
That's the million-dollar question. We're dealing with the mind that thinks he is better and above all else. If we ever find out the reasons behind these killings, and we suspect it's like some sort of fantasy in his mind, having been a criminal law student, that somehow he would to actually perpetrate the perfect crime and get away with it, then he thinks he's smarter than his lawyers. But if the lawyers were really looking at this, and they were fighting for his life, I mean, they were trying everything conceivable, including postponing the trial. They were thinking they were going to continue to develop the defense. But at this point, there was no defense. They couldn't even bring in an alibi because in Idaho law, it requires the alibi to be substantiated by a witness, a testimony that comes in and says, I saw Kohberger driving around and actually give the times that actually support the alibi. Without that supporting witness, you cannot even bring an alibi into the entire mix.
Jennifer, you say this is actually a big win for Bryan Kohberger. Why?
It's a huge win because the evidence was so strong against him. And sadly, I think it's an empty feeling for those families. It really is, Elizabeth, because they're looking at it saying, look at the powerful evidence. This is what we call in the FBI a whale in the bucket. That's how easy this case would have been to try from the standpoint of evidence. And now he gets to spend the rest of his life in prison instead of possibly getting the death penalty.
And Bryan, you've got, do we know if these families who are, we know from one of the families that they are absolutely devastated and shocked at the plea deal, the Gonzalez family, will any of them be in court on Wednesday when this is formalized legally?
I suspect that they will be there. I suspect most of the families will be there because this is such a pivotal moment. I'll tell you, there's one family member who I was just talking to before I came on your show who was very emotional and said she feels like all of the power has been given back to Bryan Kohberger. That's how she feels. She says they were told at the last minute that they were going to present this plea deal to him, and then he got the power and he got to make the decision of whether he was going to take it or whether he wanted to go to trial. And I think that is what is bothering some of the family members so much. They've tried to work through all of this with counseling and sort of like get their power back. Yeah. And now they feel like in the end, he had all the power, which does make sense when you think about their perspective on that.
No, it makes complete sense. Mercedes, we were talking before the break about the possibility or the impossibility now with this plea deal that these families will get the answers as to why. Why did you do this? Why did you break into this home and slaughter these 4 amazing, bright, young adults with their entire lives ahead of them? Why? Well, they might not ever get the answer to that. The allocution that we were discussing doesn't force somebody to do that?
Exactly, it doesn't. I mean, what the allocution is generally is you've accepted this plea, you understand that you're going to be in prison for life.
It's not an explanation as to what happened.
No, it's not part of the plea. So part of the plea is just understanding what he has actually pled guilty to, understanding that he will spend the rest of his days in prison, and understanding that he has no right to appeal. That's what a general allocution is. Unless there's some sort of agreement between both the prosecution and the defense.
What if the families say to the prosecutors, we want you to force him to explain this in court? Can they do that?
I'm sure they've already asked him that, because now that they know that the die is cast and that they have no ability to change what's already happened, that the plea's been accepted, that we're going to go into this victim impact statement. By the way, it's going to be gut-wrenching because you're going to hear from these parents whose children were slaughtered, and they're going to continue to live the nightmare, not knowing why their children were slaughtered. All they know is that this man's life is spared and their children are dead.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.